Hi, this is Gabe here from the New Restaurant Logic. I'm talking to Greg, one of the owners of Hop here in North Asheville on Merriman Avenue. Greg, one thing that I think people don't realize maybe about your business is that you have espresso and it's locally roasted, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, for the North Asheville store, we get our coffee and espresso from Asheville Coffee Roasters, just up the street in Weaverville Highway. And for the West Asheville store, we just started getting everything from Beanworks. So we're trying to use like North Asheville stuff at the North Asheville store and West Asheville stuff at the West Asheville store. So it's been fun to be able to experiment with like the espresso floats and hot chocolate floats and hot apple cider floats. And I had somebody pitch a green tea float with fresh ginger ice cream, which is kind of neat to think
really
about.
Cool.
So
yeah.
lots of different dynamics, different things we can do with that.
Okay, so one thing that's really unique about your business is that it's all family oriented. You do a lot of stuff with kids and families in the area, and so tell me about your concept behind that. Why is that so important to you?
When Ashley and I first bought the business, we just kind of let it develop itself for a little bit, and just kind of we just would help customers. Didn't really have too much of a strategy, and then as time went on, we noticed that families were coming in more and more and more. And so as soon as we realized that that was our demographic, which the Hops never really had a demographic before when it was in the old place, it's just everybody knew it as the Hop, and we'd come in, we'd get you out as fast as we could, and it was great ice cream still. But now it's like families coming in, and as soon as we saw that, it's like, all right, we need to cater to this crowd with our events, with everything we do, with our whole mantra. We need to just breathe family-friendly, community-oriented, and that was how that kind of develops. Pretty cool.
So in keeping with the family theme, you do a lot of birthday parties and private parties and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, especially in the wintertime. We start at $50 for a 2-hour space rental, and what we found in most businesses around town, that's pretty affordable, and then we can add packages on top of that. So we have a low cost for a party that can hold up to probably 50 kids.
Oh wow.
And yeah, we've slowly begin to advertise that a little bit more. But we have a great time. We have the balloon guys come out. Last weekend we had Professor Whizpop, as a magician, came out, and he was great, and everybody had a good time. And we usually will get at least 1 or 2 birthdays from each birthday that we have.
Oh,
so it's kind of like a pyramid thing.
Are you offering any specials for the holiday season that you want people to know about?
We've got a few coupons floating out there. I send one out to our newsletter that has a $3 off coupon for the Yule logs that we do every year.
Oh, I do Yule logs. Okay, great.
Yeah, and it's like ice cream rolled with jelly roll cake, and then topped with ice cream, and then decorated. It serves like 10 to 12 people.
Wow.
It's awesome.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we sold 40 last year. We're trying to top that this year. So we got the coupon to the newsletter, which I usually send through Facebook and Twitter and everything else. There's a coupon at RelyLocal.com, RelyLocalAsheville.com.
Okay.
There's a couple other ones floating around there. Yeah, basically just trying to push the Yule logs. And
did you put a Yule log special on Scavenger as well?
we did, yeah. It's really cool starting to work with the Scavengers interface and like figuring out the best games to play and the best challenges to create and rewards to create. So that's probably the easiest way to get a coupon is just by checking in on Scavenger.
Oh, fantastic.
Then immediately you get a $3 off coupon that you can use for the purchase of a Yule log. And it's a great game anyways, but it's for the holidays. That was the easiest way. Just hit a button on your phone and you got a coupon.
Excellent. What's your most popular ice cream? Can you pick one?
Yes, and it's sort of becoming closer and closer to a 2-horse race, but it's been salted caramel since we started making
That's
it.
That's a good one.
Creme Bakery upstairs, they make the salted caramels homemade for us, and then we mix it into a really creamy caramel base. But coming up is Nutella. Is like the two of them.
Hazelnut, absolutely.
The two of them together are sort of battling it out for the most popular flavor that we have.
So you mentioned that you do some stuff with creme upstairs. What other local businesses do you work with?
We've worked with World's Best Carrot Cake, which is in Weaverville. We put their 100% organic cake into the ice cream. Don't really add too much extra to it. We don't really need to. It's got enough flavor.
I'm sure, yeah.
And it infuses over time into the ice cream. We worked with 9 Mile on Montford, they've made 2 sauces for us that are sauces they actually use in the restaurant. It's a mango balsamic, and then also a pineapple coconut chipotle. So they make those sauces for us, make it gourmet, add liquid smoke and stuff, and then we add it to the ice cream.
Very cool.
We've worked with Asheville Coffee Roasters. We made a white chocolate covered coffee bean ice cream from them. That was pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good.
And we're always just kind of looking to anybody. Anytime we go to a restaurant, we look at the menu and see if there's something that would work out well. And if they make it for us, it always is going to be better than what we make because they're the pros.
No, that's very cool. I'm glad you mentioned it that way. That's a great way to put it. So what is your philosophy behind doing business with all these local businesses? Why is it so important to you?
But I think that they have a product that they've pushed hard at, they've worked really hard at, they've created, and in this sort of foodie-driven community in Asheville, you really have to be at the top of your game if you're going to produce something. And so instead of us trying to recreate something that another business is already doing, we're trying to collaborate with them and use their product, cross-promote with them, and make our ice cream with it, and then we can go from there. It's, for one, we're all, as small business owners, we understand what we're going through. We work the hours, we put in the time. It's our baby, it's our creation.
Right, exactly.
And so to connect with another business owner on that level it's easy. It's a no-brainer, And as long as they're willing to have ice cream made with their product, then we'll keep working with them. And even if they don't want to, or teaming up with the Llewellyn's Barbecue with stuff, even though it's not going to be ice cream related, it's we're all in it for the same cause, and we're trying to help out people as often as we can. And you can't do it on your own, and it's a whole lot more effective if you can get more and more people involved.
So you mentioned earlier that you work with a lot of nonprofit organizations in the area, and that you try to team up with them. And so tell me a little bit about that.
On a personal level, Ashley and I have always felt strongly about supporting those who need support. And we've never been able to do it on a personal level just because we didn't have the means to be able to do it. We could have small gestures, but we wanted to get the business involved in that because it is something that can go larger. It can bring in more people. And so we started working with, having the Toys for Tots and Mana Food Bank drop boxes, and then actually approaching organizations that are either local to Asheville or are Asheville branches of a national thing, and just offer to donate a portion of our sales for a day. That helps us raise awareness for that organization because our people will be introduced to them, and then it will help the organization understand what we're trying to do as well, trying to support the community, trying to just spread the love.
Also involved with Tweet Drive 2010,
Yeah.
Toys for Tots. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Ashley Funderburg, she is an organizer for Tweet Drive 2010, and there's about 27 cities involved where at either a single business or a couple other businesses, they're hosting the Tweet Drive, and it encourages people to bring toys for whatever organization that business chooses or the organizers choose to support. And it's using Twitter and using social media to directly target a toy driver, to target community, because everybody's on there, everybody's interacting. Most of the time you know the people that you're interacting with, at least through social media, if not in person. And it's taking everybody, bringing them together for one cause, and then seeing how much we can get from it.
That's fantastic.
And I'm thinking about doing a scavenger sort of a thing as an incentive.
Okay, cool.
To try and incorporate that into it. Just they're floating ideas around right now.
Okay, great. Excellent. Well, thanks very much for all your help answering these questions today, Greg. And don't forget, he also has a new location in West Asheville. Is that right?
Yeah, 721 Haywood Road.
721 Haywood Road. There you have it. Greg from the Hop. Thank you very much.